Alright, everybody else, this is a three-phase fight. It's going to be Frost, Fell, and Void. First off, we are going to start with Melee. Always, always, always be behind the boss for phase 1. It just as a general rule until phase 3. Never cross in front of the boss. You will get slaughtered. So make sure that you are directly behind the boss doing your damage. 3 markers. Melee, you are in the yellow. Ranged and heals, split yourselves evenly between green and red. And you're going to make sure that you are absolutely centered into a group unless you have Frost Ejection. Once you have Frost Ejection, you will leave the group, run to the edge of the platform somewhere where it's safe and you're not overlapping somebody else's Frost Ejection. Wait till it detonates, and then go immediately back to your marker. The tanks have to drop a debuff, and if there are not enough people there when they get there, we pretty much wipe. So do not dally. Get there as soon as you can. Also, when you have Frost Ejection, it slows you gradually. So don't wait to get out of the group. It'll become a lot harder to get where you're going. Eventually, we will have about 3 or 4 people on each group getting it in kind of a staggered fashion. So if you have blink, sprint, jumps, anything like that, try to go a little bit farther away from the group with it so that everybody has space to drop it without overlapping. Fell. You no longer have to stay in your groups, but we're going to stay on this side of the room where the markers are initially. You're going to drop 4 puddles of Fell as tightly as you can, and then just find a clear area next to a puddle of Fell and keep DPSing. The more tightly we keep the puddles, the easier it is for the tanks to clear it in one giant comet crash. If you see a tank with a purple circle around them coming in your direction, you need to leave that area as soon as you can. They will drop a comment on it. They will clear the Fell puddles. They will also clear you off of off of the board. It will kill you. Tanks know to just run at you anyway and drop it, even if you're not moving. So no hard feelings. If you don't move, you are going to die, and the tanks did the right thing. When we become a little overwhelmed on this side, eventually I'll say, just stand wherever you want, because when phase 3 hits, he clears the whole ground anyway. Phase 3, we're going to group up on the boss, and it actually doesn't matter if you're in front of him or not. Just cluster up so that we can AoE down the little voidlings that spawn. Oh my god, I got swapped! The tanks will run to the, or one tank will run to the edge of the platform and create a giant void monster. Everybody needs to break off and start DPSing him down, except Jabraxis. He will stay on the boss and cleave down the extra ads that we have. Kill the boss, or kill the ad. We will lust at that point, so save cooldowns and whatnot. You can use your 3-minute cooldowns right off the hop, but make sure you have them up for that point. Kill the ad, go back to the boss. We'll have 2 ads that we deal with in that manner. And then the 3rd ad, if the boss isn't already dead, 3rd ad you ignore. Now, the ad will cast a long cast, something like Echoes of the Void or something like that. At the very end of his cast, you need to turn your back to him or you'll be feared. So don't turn early, don't turn late, turn your back, cast, go back to DPSing him down. Any questions? Go ahead and use your 3-minute cooldowns. Right, I'm going to switch over to green. I think they're a little lopsided. Ideally, boss is under 90% before he enters actual phase 1. Good job.
Nice.
So nice when it opens up. First Frost Ejections are coming in 1 second. Me, Abush, and Zinni. I'm not going to call it every name. I just want everybody to know what it looks like. And then get immediately back in your groups. Next ejections in 3 seconds, and then they're going to start staggering. New sets are out. Oh.
Yeah, Lionel, don't go on top of them until it hits you on this one. There you go.
I'm dead.
You will kill them.
Yeah.
I definitely need Ryla up. Somebody can res? Yeah, thanks. We need some people on red, just one. Like, okay, we got Ryla. Okay, you're fine.
I messed up on the order of that one a little bit.
We're about to enter the fell. Alright, you no longer have to be in your groups, but just be on this side of the platform. And group up your fell puddles. Don't stand in them too long. And they come in staggered fashions as well. So always make sure that you're not just sitting there and soaking it. So as soon as you're done dropping your puddles, try to be next to another one for when it happens again.
Which out?
Purple donuts?
Yeah, seriously, get out of that puddle. That shit will kill you.
Yeah, you'll get a stacking debuff. Doing really well with stacking them.
Oops.
If you haven't used cooldowns, save them at this point.
Go melee.
Got it, everybody.
Watch for the purple donut. You're gonna get wrecked. We are almost out of fell. You can stand wherever you want.
Oh shoot. I taunted accidentally.
Yeah, one more round of fell ejection and then he's switching. So watch that you're still dropping it. As soon as the goo clears, just be right under the boss. There you go. Under the boss. Pile up, pile it up. Ad is about to come up. Look where the tank is on the edge of the room. Go, go, go.
It's just you and me, Jabraxis.
Oh my.
Okay, that's the cast. Make sure you turn your back at the end of it. Good job. Okay, go back to the boss.
Use that time warp.
It's a tank out.
It's coming, it's a coming.
Okay, I just heard his emote.
Yeah, spell hasn't activated yet.
Alright, everybody get that ad?
It's out.
Okay, that's the cast. Be ready to turn. going to have a second cast to deal with because we don't have Lust up right now. Okay, turn your backs. Good job. All right, we're just on the boss now. Everything you got. Make sure your back is to where the tank was, to avoid getting feared if that ad's still up. No, he's at 4%, never mind. Good job.